utilizing the media platforms obviously will be a cost consuming one. So it is an important aspect to set a proper budget for your platforms. Okay, so like I have told, each kind of an audiences will not be available in all the kind of geographic location. Like say for example, high purchasing power capacity people will be only available in metropolitan cities. As I've told, how many times the ad needs to be shown to our target audiences for a day. So consistency needs to be maintained for a period of time so that your product will be reached to the larger extent of the people. Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing good. I welcome you to the advertising and media management session. So we are going to talk about Unit 2 consumer media. So in the previous session, we have spoke about types of media, differences between print media, differences between mass media, and we have also learned about some other important topics regarding the media management. So in today's session, we are going to talk about the extended points about media. So we are going to talk about what is media planning, steps in media planning, and we are going to talk what are the key elements of media planning. Okay, so before I move on to the session, so let me give my brief introduction. I am Vaishnavi, Faculty of Commerce from Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So I'll start with the agenda first. So first we are going to start about media planning. Then next we are going to talk about steps in media planning, and we're going to talk key elements of scheduling in a media planning. So first topic is media planning. Okay, so as I have told in the previous session that, so there are different types of media platforms we have got, like say for example TV, radio, newspapers, billboards, outdoor media, online media, that is social media, websites, etc. Okay, so like as an advertiser, so the person needs to analyze what is the best platform in order to reach to the exact target audiences. Why? Because not all kind of audiences will be available in the all kind of platforms. So that is the reason why we need to have a proper planning or a layout, or what the advertiser needs to do first, and later the steps should be taken care of, and the platforms need to be selected so that the campaign should be effective and it has been reached to the target audiences in a more efficient way. So starting with what are the media planning, under that first, what are all the important key points that you need to analyze if you are going to start with the planning process. Under that first is understanding the objective. So for any kind of a campaign there will be an objective. Okay, so depending upon the campaign that you're going to launch, like brand awareness campaign or engagement campaign or conversion campaigns, etc. So there are different types of campaigns we have got, and for each type of a campaign, so there will be a kind of a proper goal or an objective. So the first step is to analyze what is the campaign objective, or what is the advertising goal, and what we are going to reach to the target audiences. So the first step in media planning is understanding the marketing and advertising the objectives. So in this includes identifying the target audiences, defining campaign goals, and determining key performance indicators. So under that, under the first planning about the understanding about your objective, you need to analyze who are your target audiences, where they will be available, and you need to also analyze what are the key performance indicators or the KPIs, which is efficient way to analyze whether your campaign has been successful or not. Next is about market analysis. So I was keep on telling in my previous sessions also, competitive analysis and market analysis is a very important task or a concept for an advertiser to reach to the target customers. Why? Because whatever the products that we are using in our daily life, it is obviously having a substitute product. That means each and every product is having a specific competitor. Just only a small features of the product or slight differences between the product are being mentioned. That's it. So, but all kind of an service providers are providing same kind of services. So that is the reason why market analysis is an important concept or a task needs to be implemented by the advertiser. So conducting a comprehensive analysis of the market is essential. So this involves understanding the competitive landscape, identifying the industry trends, and assessing the media habits of the target audiences. So this way you are going to analyze your market trends, you are going to analyze your competitor advantage, and you are also going to analyze the behaviors of your target audiences. Next is about consumer research. So understanding about your consumer is also an important aspect, because you will be analyzing or you will be understanding the traits of the consumer. Okay, so the media planner utilizes consumers research to gather insights into the target audience's preferences, behaviors, and media consumption habits. So you will be analyzing what are the taste preferences, traits, perceptions of the consumer regarding the industry and regarding the particular product, so that you can analyze in what are the pain points of the consumers in kind of a services they are going to avail of. Next is setting the budget. So this is an important task here, because the utilizing the media platforms obviously will be a cost consuming one. So it is an important aspect to set a proper budget for your platforms. Okay, so you can as an advertiser, so they need to use the optimum utilization of different kind of platforms. You just not need to stick on to just only one platform. So if you are going to go for the different kind of a platforms, then you also need to analyze what is the budget or what are the expenses that they are going to incur when they are going to select the media platforms. The media planning involves establishing realistic budgets based on the overall advertising budgets and the goals of the campaign. So allocating resources efficiently helps the optimization reach and impact. So allocating a proper or allocating the optimum money or the capital to the expenses or to the advertisements will be playing a high impact on the target audiences. So next is about media selection. So choosing the right mix of media channels is critical. So this includes TVs, radios, prints, outdoor as well as digital channels like online advertising, that as social media, search engine marketing, etc. The selection is based on target audiences, campaign objectives, and available budget. So as I have told, selecting a proper media platform is an important aspect. Like all the kind of a target audiences will not be available in all the type of the media platforms. So that's why it is important to select which media platform you are going to telecast, or you're going to publish, or you're going to print your ads. Okay, so we have got different types of channels like TV, radio, print, and outdoor, and digital channels, that is social media marketing and search engine marketing. So that is through your Google search. Okay, so selecting this is based on the type of the target audiences that are available for the particular media platform, as well as depending upon your spending capacity. Next is media buying. Okay, so after selecting the media mix, media planners negotiate and purchase the advertising space or time slots. So this involves to securing the best rates, placements, and positions to maximize the impact of campaign within the allocated budget. Okay, so next step is for what regarding the media buying. So as you are selecting the different kind of media platforms, it is also an important way to select the important prime slots or prime timings of the consumers which are available during that time. Okay, so say for example during TVs, so you have to select the prime slots like during your morning or during the afternoon or during the evenings, depending upon the type of the consumers they are involved into the watching TVs or listening to the radios. So it is an important, because you during that time there is a high chances of reaching to the larger set of the audiences. Next is media scheduling. So determining when and how often the advertisements will be displayed is a key component of the media planning. So repetitive ads is also an important task, or I can tell it's a kind of a strategy that will be adopted by the marketers, so that the ad immediately when the consumers is going to see that ad is or the brand will be registered in the mindsets of the consumers. So it is an important to schedule how many times the ad should be seen to the target audiences per day. Okay, so the media planners create schedules that consider factors such as optimal timing, seasonality, frequency capping to ensure consistent and impactful messaging. Okay. Next is geographic targeting. So all kind of campaigns cannot be run for overall India wise. Okay, so there should also be some kind of campaigns that should be targeted on specific cities or specific places. Okay, so you need to analyze what is the geographical targeting, or what are the target audiences which are available in which kind of geographical regions. Okay, so for campaigns, geographic consideration, media planners strategically target specific regions, cities or localities. So this ensures that the advertising message is relevant and reaches the intended audiences in the desired location. So as I've told, so the marketers or the advertisers will be selecting a particular target location so that they can exactly target such kind of target audiences in a geographical region. Okay. Next is adapting to trends. So media planning is an ongoing process that requires adapting to changing trends and technologies. So staying informed about emerging media channels and consumer behavior helps media planners adjust strategies to remain effective in a dynamic landscape. So advertising industries is always will be based on the changing trends. So as a marketer, that need to be analyzed, what are the kind of trends that are the other industry people are adopting, or what are the technological advances that we are getting in the advertising industry and needs to be adopted so that you can be in the race. Okay. Next is about post-campaign analysis. So this is also an important aspect here. So after the campaign been concluded, media planners conduct a post-campaign analysis. So this involves assessing the performance against the set objectives, identifying the areas of improvements and extracting insights to enhance the future media planning efforts. So the next is about like to analyzing the campaign data. Okay, campaign insights, like how many people have interacted, what is the actual output and what is the desired output that we have got, what are the ways or the chances for the improvement, when where and all you can be flexible in the coming campaigns, etc. So by that you can analyze what where and all you're going wrong. You can also do some research on the way you are going to find out from the insights from the campaign. So these are the things regarding the media planning. So next we are going to talk about steps in media planning. Under that, first is defining the campaign objective. So as I've told, so just now we have talked about like the campaign objective. So that is analyzing your target audiences, consumer research about your market, etc. It is very important to analyze the objectives, because without that your campaign cannot be successful. Next is about understanding your target audiences. So as I've told, understanding the target audiences, consumers' behaviors, traits, perception, the purchasing capacity, so etc. is all important to analyze what kind of target audiences, what is their taste and preferences, and what is the behavioral aspects regarding the industry and regarding a service. Next is conduct a market analysis. So that means you have to conduct a proper market analysis about who are your competitors, what are their competitive advantage, where they are going to lagging behind, so what is their pain points, how you are going to consider the consumer's pain points into your unique selling proposition, etc. All these are important for analyzing the market. Next is reviewing the customer insights. So that means the behavior of the customers and how they are going to purchase, what is their pattern of purchasing, so what is their behavior, attitudes towards the brand or industry or regarding a product, etc. needs to be collected and needs to be analyzed before doing the campaign. Next step is to select the realistic budgets. So as I have mentioned in the previous slide that, so we have got different kind of media platforms. So it is important to select which is the realistic way and which is the feasible kind of a platform for your ad campaign, and that needs to be selected, and a proper budget need to be allocated to the platform campaign. Okay. Next is selecting the media mix. So what kind of media mix that you are going to go for, like personal selling, direct selling, online media, so that is social media marketing, search engine marketing, TV marketing, like that. We need to analyze what are the different types of media mix we have got, and we need to select on which way you are going to target your audiences. Next is negotiating and buying the media. So it is important to analyze, because negotiating or having a talk with the media platform people so that your ad can be published or telecasted during the particular time, so that the larger extent of the people will be watching your ads or just seeing your ads. Next is about developing a media schedules. So that means how many times or how many frequency of the ads needs to be shown to the target audiences, how many times in a day that needs to be telecasted or needs to be published, and how many times the consistency of the ads needs to be maintained here, because that is how you are going to make or you are going to penetrate into the market. Okay. Next is about implementing the geographic targeting. So like I have told, each kind of an audiences will not be available in all the kind of geographic location. Like say for example, high purchasing power capacity people will be only available in metropolitan cities. We cannot find those kind of people in rural areas. There is a very less percentage of people in rural areas while comparing to the urban area. So like if you're having a premium product, so it is important to target the metropolitan cities rather than to the tier 2 or tier 3 cities. Why? Because the perception towards those kind of premium products will be less while comparing to the people who are working in the urban areas. So that is how you need to analyze what are the preferences of the target audiences, where there can be easily found, and what are the geographical locations where you can find them easily. So next is align the creative content. So doing the kind of different types of ads or thinking out of the box content ideas are important here. So aligning your content with the campaign objectives is very important, so that it plays a high impact on the mindsets of the consumers. So these are steps in the media planning. So next step here is establishing the measurement metrics. So that means what kind of KPIs you are going to look into. So KPIs are like key performance indicators. So like say for example, for if you are going to go for any awareness campaign, so you have to check for impressions, view count. So these two will be your key performance indicator. If you are going to go for any awareness campaign, so you have to check for engagement rate, and you can also check for the impressions also comes as a key performance indicator in the brand awareness campaign. So like that, there are different types of campaigns that we have got. So it is important to select which is the best kind of key performance indicator or the KPIs that you need to analyze, so that you can understand the data insights properly. So next step is about monitoring and optimization. So this is an important step here, monitoring your campaign and optimizing them when and where, if you are going to find any flaws, or if you're going to find any decrease in the engagement rate of the consumers. Okay, so it should be optimized every day so that it should be reached to the target audiences. Like if there is a less target reach, or if there is less target audiences that are going to see your ads, you can add more geographical locations, and you can or target them with the specific gender specific or specific or any interest areas. So like that, optimizations needs to be analyzed every day. Next is about adapting to the emerging trends. So as I have told, advertising industries will be keep on changing. It's a process that will be a continuous process that will be adopted by the marketers each and every day. So adopting to the new technologies and emerging trends is an important aspect here. Next is conduct post-campaign analysis. So after your campaign have been successfully implemented, so next you need to analyze what are your data or what is the output that you have got. So desired output and what is the actual output. Comparison needs to be analyzed so that you can do some proper improvements or changes into the coming campaign plan. Next is seeking continuous improvements. Okay. So that means after you have learned about what are your insights is telling or what is your data has been telling, so it is important to learn and to change your audiences, change your campaign objectives or change your campaign strategies so that you can reach your objective in the future. So these are the steps in the media planning. So next we are going to talk about key elements of media scheduling. So what are those? So under that, first is objective. That is an important one. The key element or an important element is to set a campaign objective. Next is identifying the target audience's habits. So as I've told, analyzing the target audience is an important one. Their perception, their values, traits, perception about the product or industry, etc. Next is day parting scheduling. So that means what are the different types of media platforms we have got, and which way you are going to schedule your ads to your target audiences. Next is day of the week. So that means in which day, like regarding the seasonality, regarding any kind of an emerging trend, or like say for example, now we have got Holi. So Holi is a season, so seasonal festival. So that means during that time, what kind of products can be sold to them, what kind of sale campaigns you can do. That is an important to understand which day or what kind of festivals or seasons that we have got, so that you can attract more customer audiences to your product. Next is seasonal consideration. So as I've told, so considering about your seasons, like we have got summer right now. So what are the products that will be suitable for summer and for winter, etc. So, and also during your festival season, during the Black Friday sale. So all these are important to analyze if you are going to go for a campaign things. Next is about flighting. So that means a proper analysis of the type of the target audiences that we have got, and to analyze what kind of ads that needs to be shown to the target audiences. So next is pulsing. So that means what kind of audiences are in reach of. Okay, so what are they actually looking for, what are their pain points, what are they actually in need of. So these are important here to have a proper media planning, because of the analyzation of the pain points, or analyzation of the need of the customers itself, you can analyze the what is the pulse rate, or what is actually the consumers are in need of. Next is frequency capping. So that means, as I've told, how many times the ad needs to be shown to our target audiences for a day. So consistency needs to be maintained for a period of time, so that your product will be reached to the larger extent of the people. Next is cross platform integration. That means selecting of different types of media platforms, just not only sticking to only one kind of a media platform, to have a experimentation with the other kind of mediation platform is also an important one. Next is using of digital and social media timing. So like you know that nowadays social media or any online media is in a such a boom that every kind of an audience will be available in the online media. So you can target them through the social media campaigns, and to utilize the timing frequency capping for the audiences. So next is monitor competitor schedules. So analyzing your competitors, what is their trends, what are the aspects that they are considering, what is their advertising strategy, also it needs to be analyzed for a proper media planning. Next is consider time zones and geography. So say for example, if your product is being launched, or it has been if you are providing the services to the people who are internationally, it also needs to be considered about your time zones and the geographical locations. Okay. Next, test and adjust. So that means a proper different experimentation of ads and experimentation of platforms needs to be adopted, so that you can find out which is the best kind of a platform for your ad campaign, and you can adjust the media budget to the platform. Next is incorporate seasonal events and trends. So as I've told, attracting the customers in during the festival season, seasonal thing is very important here, so that you will be stand out from the competitors. Next is evaluating the media channel characteristics. So analyzing what are the advantages and disadvantages of the each and every media platforms. Like we have got TV, we have got radio, we have got outdoor media, we have got social media, we have got online media, etc. So finding out what are the characteristics, features, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of both the kind of platforms that we have got. I mean different kind of platforms that we have got. So to analyze it is a very important aspect here. That is also a key element for preparing a media schedule. So all these are the important aspects that needs to be considered when you are going for the media scheduling. So in the coming session, so we are going to talk about unit 3 topics, that is planning creative strategies, managing creative strategies, creative approaches in advertising, building an advertising program in case of a message, then building an advertising program in case of a theme. Okay, so that is an important concepts. All these are important concepts for your examination point of view. We have discussed about the different concepts in unit 2, so that is consumer media. So the important topics in unit 2 are like what are the types of media. We have got differences between the print media and what are the differences between the mass media. So these are the kind of important topics that you can expect some questions in the examination. So as I have told, in the coming session we are going to talk about the unit 3 topics. So I'll tell you what are the important topics at the end of the completion of the unit 3. So I'll meet you in the next session. Thank you so much.